The White House Chief of Staff, Dennis McDonough, went on a Sunday morning TV blitz yesterday, appearing on 5 talk shows to build support for strikes against Syrian President Bashar Assad. While he said there was no question in his mind that Assad is behind the sarin gas attack that slaughtered hundreds of women and children less than 3 weeks ago, he admitted that the president doesn't have, quote, irrefutable, beyond a reasonable doubt evidence. What he said is it's pretty uncontroversial that, no intelligence is ever absolutely perfectly foolproof. If you get pushed that far on a question like that, you eventually have to admit that. But was it a blunder to confess such a thing?
Generally, I think on the Sunday shows, he didn't do great yesterday. You want to see a little bit more confidence, and I think he's right. Of course, like you said, intelligence is never really 100%. But he sort of said that and then later kind of said, oh, he has no doubts about it. John Kerry has been making, a forceful case, also saying that, they have no doubts. But it's a little hard. It gives your opponent sort of an opportunity to attack you if you say something like that, sort of admitting the weaknesses in your argument, even if they are true.
I mean, it's one of the problems of having such a caustic political discourse, especially over matters of foreign policy, that I find it painful to watch things like yesterday. I saw him on a couple of those shows, maybe 2.5 of those shows, and it's a little bit difficult because anything that he says that could be misinterpreted or reinterpreted or taken out of context, you can just see the wheels of his brain whizzing at 1,000 miles an hour as he thinks, oh my God, how can I spin this? How should I answer this question? Candy Crowley asks him something and then he says, well, I'm not going to preempt, what the president is saying, but let me answer a completely different question that you didn't ask me. Do you think that it might be better if we had a political discourse where he was able to be upfront and say, look, nothing's 100% perfect. This is about as good as we can do. Here's why we want to do it.
Yeah, I think it would be better in general if people didn't so much jump to conclusions based on either partisan things or, of course, you have Democrats as well. It would be better generally to have people debating things more so than they are. Although people are debating, I think, this issue more so than some other ones. But I think that we exist in a reality where people will jump on whatever someone says if they're the person from the other opposing view. So
for example,
it's sadly probably not going to change.